You're listening to Your Highest Self podcast, episode 37, How to Create Any Result You Want. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for investing in your mind and doing it with me today. If you're new to the show, welcome. My name is Shanae. I am your host, and I'm a retired WBFF bikini pro. And in this show, we talk about holistic solutions for your fitness, nutrition, and mindset. I need to come up with a new tagline, you guys. I've been saying this for months, but really in this show, we talk a lot about personal development. We talk a lot about mindset, and the holistic solutions are mindset solutions. Maybe that's what I'll switch it to. So mindset solutions for your fitness, nutrition, and just helping you on your journey to your highest self, which is your best self, the you that you know you have the potential to be. This month we have a coaching theme like we do every month. So if you're not within or not inside our super secret Facebook group, make sure you join so you get the full benefits of listening to this podcast. And yeah, so today we're talking about how to create any result you want. And this is because, y'all, I'm a results-oriented coach. Like that's really what I'm about. So when I was coaching on weight loss to competitions, now personal development and goals, like results is what we're going for. When I was doing tons of more like weight loss coaching, nutrition and fitness coaching, if my clients weren't getting results, I changed what they were doing. If they were getting results, we stayed steady on the strategies that we were implementing. Same with competitions. That's why my clients did so well. And now same with personal development. Like if you're not getting the results that you want, it's time to take a really hard look in the mirror and be like, okay, like what am I doing? What am I not doing? Am I doing everything possible to get the results that I want? So I'm excited to walk you through today how to use your mindset to get these results you want, because you know me, I truly believe from the bottom of my heart that every external achievement that you want first starts from within. And if you try to do it the other way around, having all the things, doing all the things to be happy, to be confident, it's not sustainable and it's not gonna work. We have to create it from the inside out. That's why we talk about mindset here. So tune in today and learn a high-level overview of the thought model, how feelings are the superpower to propel you towards your goals, the right way to choose your goals, and then a system to check in and stay on the pulse with your goals. So housekeeping, if you haven't already gotten on the wait list for my Create Your Purpose journal, scroll down to the show notes and get it. Now that I'm saying this episode is going to come out late March. If my journal is live, I'll have the link down in the show notes for you. It is a 30-day experience to create your purpose. So a 30-day journaling experience. You guys know I love journaling because that is how we create results from the inside out. And you'll have a 30-day experience. We've got the gratitude, the energy check, the intention section, as well as a journal prompts to guide you on that journey towards finding your purpose. And it is a journey because I've outlined it into 4 different stages. So yeah, get the journal and let me know what you think. And then last reminder too, to join us in the Facebook group so we can further this discussion. So without further ado, let's get into it. First and foremost, let's talk about the thought model. I've talked about the thought model a lot. If you listen to any of the coaching episodes, you'll hear me explain it to the person I'm coaching, but I haven't ever done one specific, like an episode on it. So I did not make this thought model up. It's from Brooke Castillo, but I don't think she made it up either. I'm pretty sure this was thought of a long time ago. But the thought model, I'm going to tell you what it is first. So it is a model that reads as circumstances trigger thoughts, thoughts cause feelings, feelings cause actions, and actions cause results. So you can implement anything in life into this thought model and it will always work. For example, if you have a negative thought about your body, so if you listen back to Jody's episode or Paula's episode, we use a thought model on their thoughts about their body. When you do that, so say the circumstance is your body, and you have a thought about your body that says, I am fat and ugly. The feeling that that thought causes is most likely insecurity, hatred. The action that's caused by that feeling is probably overeating, stress eating, or not going to the gym, or not taking care of yourself. The result that's caused by that action is probably not feeling good in your body, which then confirms that original thought of you are fat and you don't like your body. So this is what cognitive dissonance is. When you think something, your brain will go through the actions and go through the process of confirming that thought. I forget who says this, but there's a quote that I love that says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're absolutely right. And the thought model really explains that. So the reason why I'm giving you just a high level overview of it is so that you can use this thought model to create the results that you want. So this is what I do inside my coaching programs. It's what I do with my one-on-one clients. So you guys are getting a real juicy episode here, so make sure you're taking notes. It's not hard to create thought models, but what I found is that oftentimes if you've been saying something negative to yourself over and over again, you don't realize that it's a negative thought. And then the flip side of that is that you believe that thought so much that you think it's a circumstance. Does that make sense? So you just think that you're fat and ugly. Like, you don't think that's a thought. You just think that's how you are and who you are. But it's totally not true. Circumstances are neutral. Your thought about the circumstance is what makes it positive or negative. So the reason why I'm explaining this to you, like I said, is because this is the only way that you're going to create the results that you want. Yes, I can give someone a really great workout program. I can give them, really great worksheets and exercises for their mindset, but that's only going to do something to their action line, right? I'm not addressing at all their feelings or their thoughts. So the only way I can get someone to really make sustainable, transformational life changes is by directly working with the thoughts that they're going through. So like I said, I think in episode 35, a lot of the things that might hold you back is really just not knowing what your thoughts are, because a lot of times when you've lived in these negative feelings for a long time, you think it's a circumstance and you don't realize you're being negative, and you just don't know what you don't know. It's just how it is a lot of times. So the best way to figure out what maybe some of these thoughts are that are not serving you is by journaling. Hello, that's why I talk about it all the time. When you do a free flow journal, so say you set a timer for 10 minutes and you just allow yourself to write, eventually things will start pouring out of your brain that you didn't realize were there, because it's all subconscious. And then a second way that you can start to do, I call it thought management, like managing these thoughts that are in your brain, is investing. Get a coach, someone who's going to help you with this. I do this. There's lots of life coaches who do this. So going back to the model, I want you to notice, if you wrote this down, circumstance, thought, feelings, actions, results, I want you to notice that actions are always preceded by feelings. And kind of like what I was telling you, my client is not going to succeed if I'm not focusing on the feeling and the thought. This is why positive affirmations don't always help, because if you don't believe that positive affirmation, then it's going to create a feeling of insecurity or self-doubt or frustration, which is not going to create the action that you want. Or if you do the action, so if I tell someone to do something, then they're going to white knuckle their way through it. They're going to force themselves through it, and it's not going to be sustainable. This is why meal plans don't work. This is why competition prep is a very short-term thing, because you're just given an action plan. I really worked on my clients with their thoughts and their feelings, so they did much better than most. But the majority of people who are out there getting fitness programs and challenges, they are really doing themselves a disservice because they're only focusing on the action. And this is why you keep messing up. This is why you keep quitting, because it is like clawing your way through a cave with a pen to chip your way through a cave. It's the worst way you can do it. You're not going to get where you want to be. So the right way to choose your goals is by having a feeling that's strong around the action and the result that you want. Your goals should pull you towards your vision, not push you. Very, very important. Go back to episode 35 to learn about your vision, but your goals need to pull you towards them. That's where motivation comes from. If you have goals that just push you, then that's not operating out of abundance and love. You are having to force yourself, push yourself. That is short term. That is not working with your feelings. That is not working with a thought model. When you have the right conscious thought model, when you create a thought model for the result that you want, then you will naturally be pulled towards your goals. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So that's the right way to choose your goals. And that's why feelings are the superpower to propel you towards those goals. I was on a coaching call with a client a couple days ago, and she was like, God, I just feel so insecure. I just like, insecurity was like the feeling for all the thought models we wrote out. And then she was getting kind of down on herself because she was like, I'm not executing, and I'm really good at executing. Why am I not executing? And I was like, well, I wouldn't execute either if I was feeling insecure. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. If you feel insecure, you're most likely not going to execute. Or if you do execute, it's going to be done really poorly. And when we wrote out her thought models and she could see that, she was like, oh my God, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then we created new thought models to create feelings of confidence and empowerment and solutions oriented. So she will execute. So that's really important. Last but not least, what is a way that we can build in a system so that you can check in with you and your goals? James Clear, love him. He wrote that you fall to the level of your systems, not to the level of your goals. So your systems are your habits that will get you towards your goal. Your goal is not what's going to get you towards your goal. Does that make sense? Like, just because you have a goal doesn't mean you're going to achieve it. You have to have a system in place to achieve it. Yes. So my personal system is, I'm going to walk you backwards. I also talk about this in depth in the episode with talking about effective goal planning for 2020. I forget which episode number that is. But if you just go into either my website or all the available episodes for this podcast, you'll find it. So my personal system is in first yearly. I write down 3 goals around professional, personal, and financial. Within personal, a lot of that is the heart pillar. So it's like, what is really important to me? What does my soul want? In my professional, a lot of that is the mind and heart pillar. And then in the financial, as weird as it sounds, but that is a lot of like the heart pillar. So in order for me or you to accomplish the financial goals that we set for ourselves, a lot of it comes down to how we feel about ourselves. Feelings are king. And a lot of people hate talking about feelings, but it's really what gets you to places. So that's personally how I do it. Maybe you don't want to do financial, maybe you do something else, that's fine. But I find that having 3 professional goals, 3 personal goals, and 3 financial goals, so that's 9 goals a year, and they all kind of stack on top of each other, that is manageable for me. Maybe it's not manageable for you. You got to figure out what works for you. Once you make your yearly goals, every quarter you pick 1 goal from each. Does that make sense? So we do a 90-day sprint. So I'll pick 1 goal from financial, 1 goal from personal, and then 1 goal from professional. And I do a 90-day sprint towards those goals. I rewrite my goal to remind myself, what am I working on this quarter? And then I outline all the actions that are needed monthly to reach that goal. So let's see. After I figure out what my monthly goal is, then I take my month and I chunk that down even smaller with my CEO Sundays. So then on CEO Sundays, I know exactly what's the goal I'm working on in March. Okay. And then what are the action steps that I need in order to get these goals done? That is a system. This is my system. I don't know if it'll work for you, but I'm going to share it anyhow. Maybe your system is like yearly and monthly. Maybe your system is weekly. You check in with yourself on a week-to-week basis about the goal that you have for yourself that month or that year or that quarter, or maybe that what is it called when you just do half, like half year every 6 months? Whatever it is for you, like get kind of clear on what's going to work for you and write it down. Because if you aren't checking in with yourself, then you're not getting anywhere. It's kind of like if you want results, like to be results oriented, you have to check in on your results. If you're not getting results, then it's time to shift. So when I was doing when I'm working with someone on their nutrition coaching and either helping them with their binge eating, emotional eating, or even like sustainable weight loss through just stopping dieting, we look at results. We're like, okay, this week, how many times did you check off your 3 key habits? Which I haven't talked about nutrition in a long time. I think next month's theme will have to be about nutrition. But when we set their 3 key habits for themselves, we're like, okay, like this week, how did you do on those 3 key habits? Did you execute or did you not? And if I'm finding that, and then every month when I do a recap, if they did not execute on the habits that we chose, then it's time to find a new habit, because obviously that one isn't giving us the results that we want. I'm pretty sure I talked about this on my podcast episode, and I can't remember which one it was, but always aim for results. If you're not getting results, it's not you, it's just the habits that you chose, it's the system that you have implemented, and it can always be shifted. So don't give up on yourself if you're not getting the results that you want. Get objective, look at it unemotionally from like a third party perspective and be like, okay, how can I shift things and make this better? Again, coaches are great for this because they just have an outside perspective already, and they can look in and they can immediately pinpoint like, this is not working, this is not working, and this is not working. So I hope that this episode was helpful. I hope that you use the thought model and you write a thought model for maybe what result you have right now and what result you want in the future. If you need more help with it, join us in the super secret Facebook group, and I'm more than happy to work with you on it. If you are wanting to work with me, I have it down in the show notes how you can get in touch. Email me. I have new offerings kind of coming out this year, one of those being a long-term, like 6 to 8 month mastermind that I'm putting together for aspiring fitness, life, and health coaches. Hopefully I have more details by the time that this episode goes out, and we'll be getting started soon. But this is what a coach can do for you. If you're not getting the results that you want, you need someone who is where you want to be, so they have the experience of knowing what it is that you're going through and how you can shift to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. That's it for today's episode. I hope that was helpful. If it was, take a screenshot, post it on your story, tag me, let me know what your biggest takeaway was, and share the love, spread the love, share it with a sister, a friend, a cousin, or an aunt, so we can all grow together. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Don't forget to be your highest self. Bye for now.